Hey, yo, what's up with the static one? There it go. Hey, turn me up a little bit. Yeah. I got some sinister ways, dealing with sinister things. Ray-Ban frames, keeping the top in my aim. I feel drained, running from money and fame. Don't feel pain, don't got an emotional range. My mind is damaged, I guess that's how I manage to eat a track when I'm famished. No crumbs, roll it up, I want the smoke with no lungs. I'm climbing up, get to the top with no rungs. I'm burning up, I'm like...
What's going on, guys? It is your boy Beer Gut Plays here. Like I've been promising, I finally got around to doing it. Hopefully you guys are super excited about this because I am super excited to bring it to you. We are going to combining the two videos in ideas that I had into one. The night one and the predictions for WrestleMania weekend and the top 5 favorite matches that I am looking forward to on the card. If you guys like this content and you want to see this channel grow, make sure you super kick the like button, comment down below, and subscribe to this channel for more content. Guys, I am super excited. This is going to be the first WrestleMania that I have been a part of, or I will be at, and most likely be the last with the astronomical prices of everything that is... Really, everything's just so expensive now. But I'm super excited. I'm really looking forward to going to it. And I'm really, really excited. We are going to get started with the predictions part of the video. And we're going to cover NXT Stand and Deliver because I am going to be at that show. Thanks. Shout out to my friend D. God, I'm super excited to go be at all these wrestling events all weekend. But we are going to get this thing. Shawn Spears, Joe Gacy. That's going to be a really, really hard pick for me. I'm going to go Shawn Spears because I feel like he came back. He just came back. He re-debuted. I feel like they're going to give Shawn Spears at least some sort of momentum in NXT, especially with a lot of these rumored call-ups coming soon, so I feel like Shawn Spears is going to win. And granted, none of these are in order, so I'm reading them. I'm not going to BS you. I'm reading them from the match card from Wikipedia. So, Ilya Dragunov versus Tony D'Angelo singles match for the NXT title. I feel like they're going to pull the trigger, put that title on Tony D'Angelo. I don't know why I feel like that. I feel it's going to be... I feel like they're going to pull the trigger and put the titles put the title on Tony D'Angelo. Oba Femi, I'm sorry. I recently just picked up watching NXT again. Again, not super familiar with everybody that's on the roster, and I do apologize if I do butcher anybody's names on this channel. Oba Femi, Dijak, and Josh Briggs. It's going to be a triple threat for the NXT North American Championship. I feel like Oba Femi, I know he just recently won that thing, and I don't feel like... I feel like this new regime with Triple H, Shawn Michaels, everything like that is not going to do these short-ass title reigns, so I feel like Oba Femi is going to retain for the time being. Lyra Valkyria versus Roxanne Perez. I've seen Roxanne Perez's recent character change, and I feel like she is going to be... I feel like she's going to win it. I feel like she's been a strong heel, and I feel like it's time for Valkyria to come back or come up to the main roster. Baron Corbin, Braun Baker versus Axiom and Nathan Frazier. I'm going to pull the shocker here. I feel like Baron Corbin, Braun Breaker are going to win this one, and then the next episode of NXT, Gallows and Anderson will win that title. I felt it was kind of weird they didn't put Gallows and Anderson in the... Because it felt like they were building to that for such a long time. I don't know. It just was really weird. 6-woman tag team match. Thea Hale, Fallon Henley, and Kalani Jordan versus JC Jane, Kiana James, and Izzy Dame. I feel like the first team's going to win. Again, don't watch NXT like I used to, but I feel like the first team is going to win. Carmelo Hayes versus Trick Williams. This one's super tough. You know what? I'm going with Trick Williams, and I feel like they are going to call up... They're going to call up Carmelo at that time. Now we are going to be moving on to WrestleMania. I know they did just release WrestleMania Night 1 and Night 2 schedule for what it's going to be. And Rhea Ripley, Becky Lynch for the Raw Women's title. Becky Lynch is going to win the title there. I feel like you're going to see a good amount of title changes here at WrestleMania this year. I just feel it in my heart. So I feel like that's going to be a big title change. Gunther versus Sami Zayn for the IC title. I feel like Gunther retains for the time being. No other reason than I feel like he should retain. I feel like if they wanted to get that title off of Gunther, they should have done it with, Chad Gable. And it should have been here at WrestleMania. I'm recording this on Thursday, so they could have Chad Gable, and this is just me thinking with my brain here. They could have Chad Gable win the Andre Battle Royal on SmackDown and call his shot to be added to that WrestleMania match. Who knows? Maybe it'll make that Andre the Giant Battle Royal mean a little something if they're not going to do it on Mania anymore. The Judgment Day, the 6-pack challenge for the tag titles. Now, bear with me on this. Judgment Day, DIY, Awesome Truth, The New Day, A-Town Down Under as of right now, versus and the New Catch Republic. So, I feel you're going to see your tag titles split here. I feel like you're going to have DIY win the Raw brand titles, and Awesome Truth win the SmackDown titles. And this is where you're going to start to see Judgment Day deteriorate. I think you're going to see Damian kind of turn on Finn at this point. More on that in a little bit. Jimmy versus Jey Uso. I feel like Jey Uso is going to win that one. Obviously, Jay's been on it, has had a full head of steam right now, so I feel like Jay is going to win that title. Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill, and Naomi versus Damage Control, Dakota Kai, Asuka, and Kairi Sane. I feel like my opinion and my prediction is going to be that Jade actually wins that. It's going to be obviously the Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill, Naomi, but Jade Cargill is going to get the one that gets the pin. And I'm going to go with it over Asuka. I feel like they feel like she's going to... They obviously think she's going to be a huge star, and they want to push her to the moon, and what better way to put her over one of the more respected women's wrestlers in the locker room, and a multiple-time women's world champion, a multiple-time women's tag team champ. Again, just old Beer Guts opinion here. Latino World Order, Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee versus Santos Escobar and Dirty Dominic. This is going to be Santos and Rey Mysterio. I forget what day this match is going to be on. Most likely that is going to be my pee break. So, depending on where it is. Bloodline. The Bloodline Rock and Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins. Now, obviously, as you guys know, it's going to be if Cody and Seth loses, it's going to be bloodline rules. So I think Seth ends up costing Cody the match, and you get Rock and Roman winning on night 1. But night 2, I'm sorry, it was broken down on as for Wikipedia. My apologies. Seth freaking Rollins versus Drew McIntyre. It is going to be... Neither of them are going to win it. I think this is going to be the opportunity where Damian Priest cashes in Money in the Bank and grabs that World Heavyweight title. Io Sky versus Bayley for the SmackDown Women's Tag Team title. Or SmackDown Women's Championship, sorry. Had a few too many of these. I'm going with Bayley. Bayley wins it. Vanquishes her foe. I feel like that is going to be a great. It's going to be a good match. I'm going to thoroughly enjoy it. Logan Paul, Randy Orton, Kevin Owens, U.S. title. Randy Orton wins it. I feel like he's been kind of up and down since his return from back surgery. They're going to have him win the U.S. title from Logan Paul here. The Pride, Bobby Lashley, Angelo Dawkins, and Montez Ford with B-Fab take on the Final Testament. Final Testament wins here. I know Cross and his guys have not been booked super strong since that. I much rather would have seen just Cross versus Lashley, but I get it. They're trying to get as many people on this WrestleMania card as possible. And Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes. It is going to be for the Undisputed Universal title. Cody Rhodes finally finishes the story and wins the Undisputed title. I feel like the only way you could send the people home happy after night 1, having Rock and Roman, is have Cody win. Now, I think The Rock is going to cost Roman the match, and Roman's going to go away for a little while. It's going to be I think Roman's going to disappear for 6 months. Rock's supposed to be going off filming a movie. Let Cody take over SmackDown. And I feel like it's just going to be it'll be good time, and we're going to get next year's WrestleMania Rock and Roman Reigns as the main event. No titles on the line. It's just going to be whoever the tribal chief is. Okay, now we're going to get to the five matches that I'm most excited for at WrestleMania. We're going to knock out the first 2 right away. Obviously, Rock and Roman versus Cody and Seth. I've been a fan, I just turned 37. I've been a fan since I was like 6 or 7 years old. I remember being a huge fan of The Rock. Obviously, I feel like when I was growing up, it was him and Stone Cold were my favorite wrestlers. It's going to be cool to finally see him live. Now, granted, I'm going to be up in the nosebleeds, but it's going to be I feel like it's going to be one of the better matches. It's going to be one of the more entertaining matches on the card. Now, obviously, number 2, it's going to be Cody and Roman. That's going to be headlining night 2 of WrestleMania. I feel like the storylines there, especially with the interjecting of The Rock and Seth Rollins, everyone like that, it's really made it interesting to me. These are the 5 most matches that I'm looking forward to. This is one of the... Obviously, it just drew me in, especially at the end of Monday Night Raw 2 weeks ago. Rock just beat the bejesus out of Cody. You saw he was bleeding, and obviously it was... I feel like it's going to be a great main event and a great way to end night 2. Number 3, it's going to be a little bit of a curveball for you guys. It is going to be Jimmy versus Jey Uso. Now, they have a big convention at all these WrestleManias, everything like that. What would be really neat is if they could get Rikishi to be the special referee between these two. I'd absolutely lose my mind if they did that. I think it would be great. Number 4, Trick Williams versus Carmelo Hayes at NXT Stand and Deliver. Remember, said WrestleMania weekend, so that is early Saturday afternoon. It starts at 1? Yep, starts at 1. So, Trick and Carmelo have great chemistry together, so I haven't seen much of their work, but I've enjoyed everything I've watched from the both of them. I usually, if I get time, I try and watch the NXT PLEs. And number 5, it is gonna be Ilya Dragunov, Tony D'Angelo for the NXT World Title. I feel like it's gonna be a solid match. Tony D'Angelo from when, and look, I gave these NXT a chance after all the guys that I liked left. Didn't click with me at first. Now it's starting to click, but Tony D'Angelo is, I feel like, a very underrated talent. He's really grown on me. I thought the character was kind of goofy at first, but each their own, man. I absolutely love what they've done, and I think they're going to have a solid banger match. Well, guys, that's going to be the end of the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you guys like the content, you want to see this channel grow, make sure you hit that like button, comment down below, subscribe to the channel for more, and hopefully I get to see y'all in the next video. Hopefully you guys have a great day, a great evening, and until next time, my friends, peace out.